Hello and welcome back to our Hogwarts Legacy playthrough. If you look around, you will see that it is freaking Christmas time. I've been so excited for this. And I'm just rocking the jammies this episode. We're gonna go see what Natty wants here.
Are you
Natty,
ready to put an end to Harlow?
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
you scoundrel.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them. Hopefully, by the time you return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
Actually, we will go into Hogsmeade here. Or Three Broomsticks, I mean.
Mrs. Rabe should be nearby.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and I'm trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Thank you, Mrs. Rabe. Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
A little day drinking before I embark
Now,
on
to
my
find Mr. Bickle's other two friends.
other quests here.
Glad you came.
So pretty.
Otto Dibble works at Gladrags. I should check there.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
Mr. Dibble, may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What did he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man. But when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
Now hurry off before Mr. Hill returns.
We're on the right track. Now to find...
I left Gladly.
Shortcut.
Accio! Revelio!
Saw you fluttering. Book.
Accio!
There's another one.
Revelio! Accio!
Just circle that.
Revelio! Accio!
Yeah, alright. We'll go there in a second. Whatever.
Revelio! Accio!
Thank you. Ooh, talent. What to do. What is this one?
Around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Oh, hold on.
Accio!
Look at this guy.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever. You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help. Harlow does not like people talking, as you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Watch someone like kidnapped her or something. I'm just thinking, there's only a few reasons that they separate you in the game. Now, it doesn't mean kidnapping's the only one, but it just feels like things have been going a little too well, you know?
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
Should look at that.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
Hope Amit's doing alright. He seemed a little shook after our adventure in the last episode. A little worried about him.
Natty must be around here somewhere.
But he's a goner.
Natty's wand. She can cast without it. She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble.
I knew it!
Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Really can't help with that.
Revelio.
Oh. Hogshead Docks. These docks outside the Hogshead Inn offer a pleasant place to sit and relax, if one can do so whilst only a stone's throw from whatever nefarious goings on may be occurring in the notoriously shady inn.
Students get what's coming to them.
Melted Hogshead. This melted Hogshead rolls its eyes and snuffles its nose as it oversees the seedy atmosphere and decidedly interesting clientele of the Hogshead. Very cool, very cool. Heck is Natty. I need a drink. Outside of... That's weird. I discovered the cellar from inside the building.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another one.
No one takes my sweet Natty away from me.
A hidden door. Revelio.
I know I'm like
Natty must have been
the
thinking this way.
chosen ancient magic
need to find out
guy
quickly.
and all that good stuff, but it seems like that wouldn't be that hard to figure out.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen. Revelio.
She voluntarily go?
I've had enough of Spellcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
Extorting desperate gits.
It's one thing to secure allegiance with one who has something to offer.
Somebody out there?
Hey,
I'm sure there's something there.
It's not. You're wrong. You're wrong.
miss! I'll make you pay through the nose.
Must be hearing things.
Must have been the wind. Must have been a little.
We may be working.
There's no Dallas.
Let's finish this job and be done with it. Waste of
Mind your own
time,
business.
I hope Rookwood
He rounds that
There'll
pillar.
be nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Come on.
When we're done here, I'm going straight to the Hogshead. Or perhaps not.
Revelio.
I raided Rockborough more times than I...
None of the lies and falsehoods no one's mightier and Rockwoods.
Say what you will about Feldcroft, but the estate is...
I shall cast my eyes closer. Best to be sure.
See, it's hard with that person right there.
If people don't want me to steal their valuables, they better get a really good look.
You know what?
We come from here. Expulso!
Bombarda. Descendo.
Oh, this guy's a high level. I can't even.
I'm just warming up.
Might want to look up.
Might want to.
Descendo. Belted.
Ow!
Flash of inspiration.
Descendo. Expelliarmus.
Stop that right now. This is your first duel.
Ask me if it's my first duel as I slam exploding.
Revelio.
My darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over, and am certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder at your wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love, and I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within your grasp. Please allow me to say that these past months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie. Oh, Rosie. Got it
Potter
back.
Tipple's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it. Revelio.
You. Okay. You are as dear to me as an augury, whose voice foretells the coming rain. You are as loved by me as a crub could be, whose loyalty is true and plain. You have cast a spell over my heart. I want it not undone. You have charmed me from the very start. You have always been the one. Delusibella Filbert.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
Get my Natty back. Kidnaps my boo Natty. Get to my Natty.
Revelio.
All the stuff's just for sneaking. Could have used this. Definitely could have used this, but it's alright. I went loud.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of mine.
It's no tell us.
Oh, look at you. Oh, I'm not trying to carry you.
Descendo. Expelliarmus. Bombada.
Give it back. You die for that.
Expelliarmus.
What, taking your wand?
You've gone too far.
Yeah, go get your wand. It's like a chicken with his head cut off. Ah, there you go.
Hey, that's mine.
I hate that these guys like can't stack. Where'd you go?
Ah! Barely felt anything but noise.
Yeah, sure.
Now where did it go?
Revelio.
Natty, I'm coming.
Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rose. He will tell you what you need to do. I'm here. I need your help.
I'm so glad you're safe. Boo.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming.
He has a wife?
These locks are cursed.
He sounds like
And
he's
there's an
16.
anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand.
Revelio.
It must be blocked by something.
Blocked by something.
Revelio.
The answer's always 5.
Confringo.
Maybe no.
Incendio.
The wand is somewhere in this room.
Revelio.
I feel like that did something. I feel like I heard a noise.
Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there.
What the heck?
If Natty couldn't summon Mr. Rabe's wand from her cell, it must be blocked by something.
That was weird.
Mr.
It's Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back.
I thought they would make it a little.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
I don't want to. Man. Get out. Get out. Got some shackles in here. Bed of hay. That's Natty.
Thank
This is
you, Mr.
unacceptable.
Isco.
My pleasure. And thank
Natty,
you, my
good
friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well. But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Colin is young,
Be
but he
prepared
really
for it,
sounds
right?
like he's our age.
Hey,
Oh, they're gonna pay all right, Natty. No one kidnaps you and survives. I'm gonna start using the Unforgivable curses. What better time than now? Is that gold?
Confringo. Incendio. Revelio.
I think we did all there is to be done in this room. Is there something?
Bombarda.
Onward. I think people
let's find
notice, like
Officer
a dozen
Singer.
Ashwinders
Put an end to
piled
Harlow
up,
once
too,
and for
so-
all.
Natty Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco
Oh,
Rabe
Ruth.
told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife, Miss Onai. Your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're
you
trying to do,
bad?
but you are taking great risk. Next time, please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this. Natty, you may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for
The
rescuing me.
snitch.
We shall speak soon.
Alright. Well, I think it's time for us to go learn an unforgivable curse. Beautiful. Oh, that's why I was confused. I thought we were going to the like Undercroft area, but we're just going to the Slytherin comp. I actually haven't been here.
Revelio.
Kelpie statue. This statue depicts the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water demon native to Ireland and Great Britain, which usually takes the form of a long-maned horse. The largest Kelpie ever reported is the Loch Ness Monster in Scotland. Cool.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Oops.
Revelio.
You're here.
Ash.
Brilliant.
Hold on. I want to discover this. Okay. Lower Grant Staircase. Man, no wonder all the Slytherin kids turn out evil. It's like they live in a weird dungeon.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominis?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominis won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominis.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominis is annoyingly stubborn. Nothing new. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then leave you to it. Come on. He's this way.
Let's do it. Slytherin kids better not make fun of my jammies.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
Oh good, I can run.
Revelio.
Ooh. That's rough.
There he is. Good luck.
Revelio.
Slytherin's sink. Scratched into one of the copper taps on the seemingly ordinary sink in the girls' toilets is a small snake. No one knows what it means. Pretty darn sure that gets you into the Chamber of Secrets. Dang it, Sebastian. Alright, I'm gonna have to come back and see if I can do some exploring.
What are you doing here?
Oh, ominous.
Revelio.
I'm looking for treasure. Chill. Okay.
Hello, Ominis. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominis. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did show it to me. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did. We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this Scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory, get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian, I'll wait. I hope
See you later. Or
don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
These grant access to the Scriptorium.
You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance. Something to do with threes.
oh. However, we figure it out.
Something's happening.
We're ready for this.
Way to go, Sebastian. Something's happening.
Reparo.
That must be the
must
voice I
prove my
hear.
point. We do not need to use the dark arts as my family instructs. When I reach the Scriptorium, I will find evidence that there's more to Oh my gosh. There's more to Salazar Slytherin than we realize. I have written to my brother. He now knows how I access the corridor's entrance, and that there's no straight path to reach the Scriptorium. It's a maze with many challenges to solve. I hope that my brother will follow my lead and we can study our ancestors' legacy together. Noctua Grant.
Revelio.
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear a voice.
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known
Someone's
parcel
gotta be.
mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Second and third.
I see no reason we
Let's
should
get it.
stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Just do it.
It worked!
Even
Ominis,
now.
you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us.
Names.
Never mind.
Dang it, Sebastian! Don't spill the beans.
Revelio.
Watch Ominous be
No
like my
clear way
arch.
forward.
Like a maze.
Incendio. Revelio. More than one gate ahead.
Then, closely at
There's something with the snake.
Accio.
Oh,
The dial requires focus.
oh, get out of here! Oh my gosh! Oh, circle, figure eight. I guess it's more of a sign. I mean, he kind of did make it easy.
Matching the symbols did open it.
I was about to do that myself, but you got to it first. Nice work.
Yeah, I bet you were. I bet you were, Sebastian.
Confringo.
I failed the dial, and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. We should not require children to conform to old traditions. The Scriptorium must have proof that there's more to our legacy than meets the eye.
Ominis, your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did, and she was my favorite in the world for it.
Oh. Oh. I was looking at the wrong one the whole time.
Good for you.
Salazar Slytherin buried his Scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant, and yet I feel unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through. Noctura. Oh,
This
Noctura!
journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Poor Aunt.
Another gate.
Seems Slytherin like to play games.
Let's run in the...
Look at me, Sebastian.
I don't know what the back one was, though.
That
Now
sounded
I really
promising.
want to figure it out.
Another dial solved.
Impressive. Nice work.
Gotta figure it
Lumos.
out. Let's look around this room. Real dirt. What could it be? It's just tucked in this corner. Let's do a random one. Oh. Alright. Well, I could have just went over
Excellent
there
work.
and looked. I wasn't sure if it was like to some secret door or something, but it was just part of the main puzzle.
I spotted something ahead. Revelio. Looks troubling.
This whole place is troubling, but for my aunt's sake, we cannot stop now.
The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Oh, great. I've lost hope. I'm locked in. I heard a scream and saw the tortured faces. The only way forward is with an unforgivable curse. Even if I wanted to cast it, I have no one upon whom to do so. Salazar Slytherin created a malicious challenge indeed. In my last correspondence to my brother, I'd invited him here. Now, if he looks for me alone, I'll have led him to his death. Despite our differences, I wish him no ill. I wish we had parted on better terms.
Ominis. Her skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
Ominis, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
We're gonna have to cast it on
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door, and Cruciatus etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominis has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominis's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He's gonna cast it on one of us.
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak with him.
Good. Work your magic, so to speak. Wish we had some...
My gift works.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominis. I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture. I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always has a choice. I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out another solution. If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
Quite the pickle we're in here, boys.
What do we do now? Ominis is not going to cast the Cruciatus curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominis knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I learn it and he casts it on me. I don't learn it. You know, I'm a Ravenclaw. I want to have the knowledge. Not that I'm going to use it, but it doesn't mean you're bad if you know it. Ron Weasley's mom used an unforgivable curse. So.
I want to learn the curse, but I won't cast it on you. You need to cast it on me.
I shan't forget this.
I have a lot of Wig and Welds, so I'll be good.
Ready?
Nothing a little Wig and Weld can't fix. Cast it right on my wing. My belly, actually. Horrible bellyache. They seem alright.
Are you alright?
That pain, it was excruciating. But I'll survive. Let's keep moving.
Oh. We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's.
Alright, Salazar Slytherin Scriptorium, a secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, Ominis, there's a book just here.
You found something.
Even in the most evil of places, we have these sick globes.
Revelio.
Little drink. Forget about what just happened to me. Just drinking the pain away. A long one. Alright. I fear we shall never come to an accord. I cannot persuade even one of them to listen to reason. I had dared hope that Godric's thoughts were aligned with my own, that he understood why the caliber student needed to be exceptional, but he has fallen prey to the ridiculous notion that Muggleborns are somehow as capable as purebloods. He was furious when I expressed my displeasure at his thoughts on the matter. Thoughts he had not yet put voice to. I tire of the discord and can no longer bear witness to the corridors full of inept children masquerading as witches and wizards. It is with heavy heart that I now know I must go from here. I shall place the creature into a deep sleep in its chamber until it can be awakened by one who shares my views, a descendant willing to reverse the damage that the others have so carelessly wrought. One who shall rid the school of those unworthy of Hogwarts that would serve only to stain my legacy. That's quite the opinion.
Revelio.
Alright.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominis never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's
Revelio.
Another drink.
I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you. Without both of you, we'd never have made it this far.
Yeah, you're lucky.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Why is he posted up like that?
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
About your aunt.
Swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominis.
I suppose after all this, I am grateful to know what happened to her. Thank you.
Sweet. That's this one.
Revelio.
Hey. Sure, it's this one.
Revelio.
I don't even. Is this the one Moaning Myrtle's in too? Myrtle? This is cool. No Myrtle. So far, the only character from the Harry Potter movies that I've seen is Nearly Headless Nick. That's who it is. But who knows? Maybe we'll meet someone else. Thank you guys for watching. See you next time.